Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thanks for joining us again in another one here on the coach's desk. We have another update to give you, and that is in regards to Yohan Blake and the world champion over 400 meters, Antonio Watson. Before we get into the details, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, people, we ask that you go over to the coach's desk unlock and subscribe to that new channel. It's a backup channel. Please and thank you. Also, we want to big up to Chrisan KT, aka Good Body. Yeah, man, big up yourself, Good Body. Happy birthday to you. Today is our birthday, people. And of course, we have a shout out to Good Body. If you know, you know. You see me I say? Also to big up to one side, my side. Yeah, man, Jamaica. Independence Day today. What a day for Good Body to be celebrating her birthday. Anyways, let's jump right into it. So, Antonio Watson, he was in Watford in a meet in London. Yeah, that's the Watford Open meet. And he ran the 400 meters and he clocked a time of 46.07. Pretty much pedestrian. You know what I mean? And coming from the world champion, I mean, that result is pretty much one that, the fan base out there would not like to see. However, it seems to be that Antonio is struggling. I'm not certain if he's struggling in terms of the what his fitness is like. You know what I mean? Because from what I've heard is that this young man the numbers that he's putting down in training is actually incredible, but it's just not translating to competition, and that could be because of several variables. And I just hope that whatever he's going through, whatever is happening, that he will be able to get it right for world championship. It seems as a little bit dismal. This performance at this juncture of the season seems like a poor performance in my eyes. But there are indicators that will tell you why his performance is that way, because it seems as if something is happening. We might not be able to see what it is literally, but it seems as if something is happening with Antonio, and we just hope that everything work out and he's able to bounce back and do what he's supposed to do where his event is concerned. Because if he's not firing on all cylinder, and when you look at it too, 400 is really struggling. Yeah, man, the 400 is really struggling this season. Only two men have gone at the standard in terms of the world championship standard of 85, and Bovell and Sean Bailey. And when you look at Delano Kennedy, he ran 44.9. McDonald, the national champion, 44.89. He could have easily made that qualifying standard, but because of issues at the end of his race, he wasn't able to. So we have our quarter milers, they're really struggling. And look at Demish Gay, he clocked 47.45 from Kennedy over there in Poland. So obviously the 400 meters really struggling. The sprinters, the short sprinters, they are really back on track. We basically have a chip on our shoulder right now, but the quarter milers are really struggling. I don't know if it is the approach that we have taken over the years where quarter mile is concerned. I certainly believe that things need to be to change, because if I'm doing the same thing the same way, expecting a different result, then something is clearly wrong with how I approach things. So definitely I hope that they can actually solve that, they can actually sort that out, so that we can have this thing fixed. Because if our 100 is coming to par, and then our 200, albeit we only have one person in the 200 right now that is firing, which is Brian Lavelle, and others are trying to make the standard. But at least you see where there is hope. And pretty much the 400 meter, struggle. Yeah, man, like we're going up a hill, a lot of pain. All right, but nonetheless, I won't elaborate too much on that. Let's talk about the man Yohan Blake. Finally, Yohan Blake will be honored. And you know, I think this is long overdue. Yeah, this is long overdue. Why? Because Yohan Blake is a champion, is a world champion. People might debate how it happened, when it happened. You can't erase that. He is the youngest world champion. There's no debate. There's no two ways about that. What them say, what you already do, cannot rub out, that cannot rub out where Yohan Blake is concerned. You get what I say? And it is good that, you know, he's finally getting his a national award. He's included in 35 people who received the Order of Distinction in the Commander order, and it is a big thing for Yohan Blake. He is one of those, what you can call him, old soldier of Jamaica, a veteran, so to speak. He has been there, he has done that. Remember, you know, Yohan Blake's time in the 100 meters, fastest, the second fastest time in the world. Include the only person is above him is one Saint Leo Bolt, Saint Leo Bolt, yeah? And he's second behind Usain Bolt in 200 meters in terms of time as well. So he has done a tremendous job. He was national junior record holder. In other words, Yohan has significantly contributed to world track and field and also locally. Yeah, so definitely it is an interesting thing that now is the time for him to get that award. I think it is long overdue. You know what I mean? And it comes at a very significant part in his career too. It's going to happen when it's a possibility that we'll not see Yohan Blake again in terms of, you know, racing and competing. He's at the foot of the hill right now, going up, probably close to the top of the hill than close to the foot. You know what I mean? But he has done significantly well for Jamaica. I think one of the things that mess Yohan Blake's career is that nasty injury that he got, you know, in that 200 meters. And I mean, it is a situation, and I've seen several Jamaicans talking about him that he should have retired, and you know, but when you have something track and field is what you love and you continue to push. I mean, it was all bravery for him that he continued. He even ran fast. You know what I mean? He did 985 some time ago in recent times. That was able to bring him to a championship. He didn't go there and do well, but he indicated that he had some issues with his leg and all of these things when he had to go to the hospital. Was it his leg or stomach? We had to do an operation, something of the sort. But Yohan Blake is a true soldier, true warrior. You know what I mean? And we have to salute him for what he has done in the sport. Imagine 2 of the fastest times over 100 meters and 200 meters. 2 Jamaicans. Yohan Blake, Usain Bolt, 100. Yohan Blake, Usain Bolt, 200 meters. You can't ask for anything else. So big up to the man. I certainly know that people are pleased to know that this is finally happening for Yohan Blake. Until next time, people, stay safe, big up yourself.